talk with her off because I'm always open to conversations. I was there for everybody as like the person to talk to and talk about like when they're going through stuff. And I'm hoping we can have a conversation offline because she knows I'm a jokester, but I don't
I
know.
didn't like it. I agree. I hope you guys do talk. I think she has, every right, as we'll talk about, to be,
Yeah,
upset about the things said to the women in the house. But I don't
yes.
understand why we're making like fat jokes publicly on Twitter, which is what it
No,
was. She was
baby,
basically
listen. No, no,
calling
no,
me
no, no,
fat.
no, 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 no. Do the fat jokes because if you're gonna come for me, you better come correct because I'm gonna come for you. I think everybody needs to understand when I was in that house, I was getting in trouble for walking out of DRs and saying, I just talk shit about you, just so you
Mm.
know, so it makes you come correct for Big D. But everybody's like, oh, Big D, you're fine. You're so funny. You can say the B word to us. We're fine. We love you. We're this. But now that they're home, it's like everybody want to act brand new. And I'm looking at them like, girl, act a fool. Okay, that's how I really feel at times. But there are people that I felt like that I owed an apology to, and
Uh
they
huh.
got those apologies.
Okay. Well, all right. I want to start with this because I'm
Yes,
sure that I think you said you saw it on Twitter. It's from Brent, who does, recap shows of Big Brother and stuff as well, formerly
yeah,
over there on Rap. Okay, so he
yeah,
said, Derek always says in his post show interviews that he asked everyone early on if he could say bitch because
yeah.
as a gay man, he uses it playfully.
Hmm.
However, as a gay man myself, why does he
Hmm.
not acknowledge that there were many times where he did not use it
Hmm.
playfully? So, I guess, like in regards to
I'll
Tiffany.
answer that. I'll answer
Yeah, go
that.
ahead. Go ahead.
When you're at home and you're in the comfort of your home, you talk with your friends a certain way. And there's been plenty of times I've literally talked about my friends and be like, that bitch is getting on my nerves.
Mm-hmm.
Yes, did I use it in ways when I was angry? Absolutely. I'm not denying that. I never said that I'm denying it. I'm just saying as of because when I first came out the house and I heard people had a problem with me using the B word, I'm thinking of all the times that I have been like, hey bitch, can you pass me that? Hey bitch, what are you doing over there? I'm thinking about those times. I'm not thinking about the times where I might be angry talking about someone, but
Mm-hmm.
also I didn't just reframe to the women as bitches. I called the men bitches too. So everybody was a bitch. Just like I said, anybody can get it,
Mm-hmm.
anybody can get the bitch. You can get a bitch, you can get a bitch, you can get a bitch. But absolutely, I understand that people can be offended by it. And I get that. But unfortunately,
Uh-huh.
I made sure, not unfortunately, but I made sure to apologize to two women that I love dearly. And I wanted them to know it was never coming from a place of hate. Was I frustrated? Yes. When you're in the house, you're going to say things that you keep forgetting. There's a million cameras around. When I was talking to Ozza and reframing to Tiffany as a bitch, that was my way of being like, I'm talking to my best friend just like at home. If I was talking about my roommate Adam get on my nerves and be like, that bitch is getting on my nerves today,
Mm-hmm.
and that's just me. But I'm not sitting here saying, I understand what I've done was not appropriate to some people, and I get that. But I think Philly is a different breed, and how I talk to people, and I'm talking to these people like they're my friends at home, and I had to remember we're not all friends. We came from all different type of places. We all grew up differently.
Right.
But absolutely, the thing about it is that it was never. I said bitch in a playful way, but I also said it in ways when I was angry or just normal conversation, not even
Right.
trying to be rude. Where like I had conversation with Xavier, and I'm like, well, that bitch is getting on my nerves today. I ain't really got time for her. So that's just how
Right.
I talk. And some people talk like that. And I think that people have to understand. I understand as a gay man, that's our lingo. That's how we talk. Maybe I'll be better on RuPaul's Drag Race because I'll be able to call bitch, bitch, bitch and not have a problem. But I was trying to show people that there's other gay men out
Right.
there like me that talk like this that are not
Yeah.
always coming from it's not coming from a hurtful place. It's sometimes just how I reframe to people because I called Xavier a bald head bitch right to his face.
Right. I
Yeah.
think you just said it, and I want to make sure people heard it because I think you just said what people like Brent want acknowledged.
Yeah.
Not that you didn't say it, but just I think people felt like you were saying across the board it was always playful, it was
Oh
never
no,
mean.
no! What the fuck? I'm on a reality show. What the like?
Right.
I'm here to make a reality show and have fun. I never put it in a way that I never said it. Yes, I acknowledge that I've said it in hurtful times, just like everybody else has said stuff about people in hurtful times on the show that they might forget that there's cameras around. That I'm not never denying that. I'm not sitting here to
Right.
deny that. I'm here to own up to everything, and I don't have to deny that because I am myself at the end of the
Good.
day.
Derek, I want to get through the other two things that I feel like that went brilliant. I want to get through the other two and then I want to have fun. That one's so great. I feel like you did that one. Here's the next one that I know we got a million questions about that
Let's get
everyone's
it.
like, make sure Derek gets it. Okay, do you understand that we saw the live feeds a lot of the time?
Yes, we understand that
Yes.
you guys sell the live feeds a lot of the time, but I also need you guys to understand there's these
Yes,
things that
go.
when they shut things down and the live feeds
Right,
are not on. Or if we're doing a live show, and for
right.
example, when we're doing a live show, everyone missed me cursing out Kylan and almost fought him in the back room.
Yes.
You guys didn't know that, did you?
No, we did. We knew
Oh,
it. We
okay.
didn't see it. Very angry we didn't see it. Instead, we got the edit of something Tiffany did for some reason. I was waiting on that episode because, we might miss things. You're totally right. Like, we miss things during lockdown and other times. But you guys always continue the conversations later. So I was waiting for this fight. And let's just talk about it right now.
Yeah.
Where Kyland was very
Yes.
upset, right? That you
Yes.
wanted to give a vote to, it was
Yes.
Brittany, right?
No, to
No,
Alyssa.
to Alyssa, right? Duh.
Yes.
And you two had it out. Tell us what happened with that.
What happened was that Kylan had a very, I'm not good with tones. That's the
Right,
problem. That was the problem that I told a lot of people in the house. Depending on your tone, because you can sit there and be like, you know, how's your day? And you can be like, how was your day?
right.
Two different things we're talking about here. So Kylan's tone, when, I was trying to figure out what was going on because once again, when we're going forward with a plan, nobody was letting me know exactly what was going on. So I felt like, hey, I have no one in jury because you guys came up with this plan after I lost Frenchie, keep in
Mhm.
mind, and I don't have nobody in jury. So this is my only hope to be like, hey, can I throw her a vote so then she can at least look for me in jury when she goes there? So there was no communication because everything happened so quickly. So Kylan had a really good tone. Yeah, you
Mhm.
got me, you understand what I'm saying? Telling me an answer before we got on the couch. And I was like, oh, hold the fuck up. Absolutely not. So after eviction happened, before we went into the next competition, I put him in the back room and I let him have it. I literally called him a bitch. Okay,
Okay.
everybody. So everybody knows I called a man a bitch. And I told him, I'm from Philadelphia. I don't play that. I'm the type of said the M word that will literally, if I have to, F you up if need to be. Do not ever talk to me like that. So you guys didn't catch that. And hey, unfortunately, I don't know why, but maybe you guys got to edit. I don't know. But the conversation was very deep. And then we did calm down. He did apologize, and we hugged it out and kept it moving. So I do give him credit for that.
Okay. Explain, Derek, here's at one gay to another, okay?
Yeah,
Can you please help me understand something?
yeah.
What's the deal with your, like, crush on Kyland? Because I don't get it. I've never wanted to bash my face more into a wall watching
Oh,
somebody play this game more than Kyland ever. And I'm just like, I don't get it, Big D. I don't get it.
I know. So here's the thing. Kylan is a special character. We all know that.
Sure is.
The thing about it is that when me and Kylan had our times of actually not talking about the game and talking about emotional things,
Right.
we had a really good connection. And you
Mhm.
also have to keep in mind that everyone in the Big Brother house is so cuddly and so touchy feely. For me being the gay man in the house, it was very difficult because I felt like damn, I don't have nobody that wants to cuddle me or want to be on top of me, especially if it's people that I feel like are, you might have a crush or might like. So Kylan was very fluid and very open by
Right.
not, and he was very secure with himself where he was like, no, I love Big D. I'll cuddle him every day, whatever. And to me, it was nice to have that warm person there that you could
Mhm.
talk to. And we shared a lot of emotional things with each other. And that's why you could see us like crying or fighting like we're a married couple, like we've been together for such a long time because we went through so much together. And I love him still to this day. But I mean, at the end of the day, the man does look good. I can't lie. Let's not lie now. No, I saw that face.
Okay,
Fix the
no, he looks
face.
good. No, I agree with you. I had a crush on Kyle at the beginning of the season. Wait until you
Yes.
read his bio where he's like, I like eating popcorn and walks on the beach. And we were like, let's eat popcorn with Kylan. And then
Yeah.
it turned into, oh my God, it's like an abusive relationship when he like circle jerks you in the
I know.
conversation
I know.
for
But
like
you.
30 minutes. No.
But that's why I made it clear that at the end of the day, when I knew what type of man Kylan was, so I was gonna play him just like he was playing me. I love you, you're cute, you're good to look at. I love cuddling you, but baby, you're not gonna play me because I'm gonna play you. So when I knew when I get the first opportunity to get rid of him, I was gonna get rid of him. But he had a chance. He could have persuaded me if he would just gave me the answer I wanted. I don't care how much you've done for me this game because I did as much as you. So I felt as though you should have just said, yes, I will take you to the final two. And I probably, knowing my ass playing with my emotions and my heart, probably would have thought about it, but I knew I wasn't going to get rid of my best friend because I wasn't going to be that type of bitch on national TV that would be like, I picked a man over my friend. Absolutely not.
Okay, Derek, this is where I have to yell at you. This
Oh,
is my
God.
me, Eric. I'm going to yell at you.
Oh, God.
I loved you and Asa together all season. You can go back, you can watch any one of these shows. Everybody's like, Asa and Derek do nothing. And I'm like, do nothing. Eat a dick. They
Yes.
are so entertaining. You know, Derek's making moves, Asa's making moves, just because it's
Yes.
not the moves that we all want. You know, I'm just
Yeah.
saying, I was like a big proponent of saying that I
Yeah.
enjoyed watching you two this season. And then I saw you go up in that HOH room and you told
Hmm.
X, I don't want to keep Azza. I don't want to. I don't want to do it. And
Yeah.
Xavier said, you go down there and you make it work with her because we can't beat Kylan. And
Right.
that's kind of, I think for a lot of fans, I get
Yeah.
it, but I think for a lot of fans, they felt then like everything that happened after that
Hmm.
almost felt a little disingenuous, like it because you didn't want her
Right.
to stay until you and Xavier kind of came up with the plan, but it seemed more like Xavier was telling you to do it,
Yes.
not
Okay.
like it was your idea. Does that make
So
sense?
yeah, so here's the thing. I never made any deals with Ozza. And thank you
Yeah,
so much,
that's
Eric, for
true.
asking me that question. I didn't make any deals with Ozza because I wanted her to have that opportunity that when we got down to the sixth, if she needed to get rid of me, to get rid of me. Just like when I ended up on the block and I was looking at her, talking to her, I'm like, baby, if I go home, I go home. Just know where my stuff is. The thing about it was that we made the holy BV, okay? And I felt I was loyal to Kylan and I was loyal to Xavier. I had a plan to bring both of these dudes because I was like, both of these dudes are going to take me no matter what. So I'm going to set it up that they're going to take me. And I also have Ozza. I know that.
Mm-hmm.
But I didn't know if Xavier wanted to be a man to his word as we made that deal with Kylan that all three of us would make it to the end, which you could see in the episode that Kylan was like, it makes sense for me to work with the guys. Um, I didn't know if Xavier wanted to go back on that word because me and Xavier agreed on every move that we made in this game. And we talked a lot. So for me, I didn't know if I should. I made a deal, and Ozza was a big person on if you make a deal, do not go back on it. And I said, okay. So I made a deal with Kylan. She made a deal with Kylan. We've all made deals with each other. So I was like, do I want to sit here and go back on the deal with Kylan, or do I just send Ozza home because that's what you guys want? But I knew even if the thought of me even thinking about doing that, that's why I had that conversation with Kylan in the bathroom going, are you going to take me to final two or what's up? And he gave me the, this or this scenario like he always does. He likes to do two different things or options
Oh
in his
yeah, we
hand.
know.
Right. And I go, I'm not playing that. Fuck that bitch. We're not doing that. I'm not even going to play with that. I don't even know I even thought about it. And that's why I apologized to Ozzy right away. Said, hey, my bad. I don't even know why I was thinking that way. I think I was playing with my emotions because I played with my emotions when it came to Kylan. Ozzy played with her emotions when it came to Xavier. So it was one of those things where I was like, I can't do that. But I love Ozzy, and I always will, always have, and I'm still going to continue to do that. I have apologized to her multiple times. I apologized to her in the house. I apologize in interviews, and some people take time. But at the end of the day, I'm still going to look back on the season and look at all the good moments. It just sucks because towards the end, with the pressure of the game, feeling like you're getting betrayed by your friend after you getting rid of somebody that you felt as though would have kept you, it was just like, Well, one day I woke up and I was like, fuck that. I choose violence today because I feel like I've been too nice the whole season. And I spoke my piece, but I also apologized for it because sometimes when you're in the heat of the moment, when you're with your friends, you might say hurtful things to your friends because they're your friends. But you have to remember, even though they're your friends, you got to think about the whole world as watching. But I felt so bad and I apologized for it instantly because I didn't want it to come off. I didn't want to come off that way to her, especially her. I love her, and I still do. So it was tough, but it wasn't Xavier. Me and Xavier made every decision, and he was also in charge. So me being his right hand man, I'm gonna do whatever he wants me to do because if not, he can always put my ass up on the block. It's not
True.
guaranteed.
Right.
He could have said, "I'm taking Ozzy off because I don't know what you're gonna do," and put me up on the block. And then Ozzy could
Right.
have had the decision in her hand to send me or Kylan home.
No, that is very true. I mean, and I will say this. I think that we should all always be nice to our friends and never be mean to them.
Absolutely.
Unless the
Absolutely.
friend is Kyland, then you go right ahead and be super mean. I don't care.
Stop it. No, but I hope it didn't come out that way. I'm saying be nice to your friends. I'm just saying there's
Yeah, no,
times.
no, no.
Okay.
I'm screwing with you. I actually want to show you one of my favorite moments from the season. I
Oh,
feel, a lot of people, I see a lot of people on the Twitter, and they're kind of like, oh, Derek doesn't understand that we see the feeds a lot. So I think we're going to put a
oh,
check on you get that we are seeing all the angles and the
okay.
conversations and things that are going on. So we, kind of see things better. Now, one of my favorite things that I saw this season,
Yes.
probably one of the times I laughed out loud, legitimately, was Sarah Beth's birthday. Now, do you have any memories of this?
I don't, but it seems like someone told me throughout the season, every time Sarah Beth cried, they played a sound of us all saying happy birthday or something. I
No,
don't
here, no,
know.
I have it for you. You'll see everybody celebrating Sarah Beth's birthday. We're singing, we're cheering. Not Big D. Big D's like, I don't got time for that. I have never laughed so hard in my life than everybody full on. And you have to remember, the fans were not really a big Sarah Beth fan at this point. So I thought it was the most hysterical thing I've ever seen. The house is having a party, and you're like, I'm not even turning around. I'm just doing the dishes here. And I know that you love Sarah Beth. I just thought the
Yes.
way that scene looked, I thought
You,
it was hysterical.
yes. And listen, I want to say this. I'm not saying you guys have not seen everything. I'm trying to get at that there's certain things that we did not discuss. You get what I'm saying? There's certain things that were not
I
discussed.
get it.
You have to understand, people have control over where things can be turned on in certain rooms. I'm not saying you guys didn't catch everything. I'm not saying you guys didn't see everything on the show. I'm just saying there's things of us, especially when we were all, especially as Black community people, saying the N word a lot. I know they were not showing that a lot because me and the ex were like, when we had conversations, like we were throwing the N word around like left or right, and we were making plans and stuff. But I do want to say to that scene, I love Sarah Beth. She's amazing. And on top of that, I was trying to make sure the house was in order so then she can enjoy her birthday. I've always been the type of friend
Aw.
that people could be enjoying their birthday. I'm cleaning up to make sure things are in order so everyone's comfortable. And also, that's a part of my gameplay. Why you want to get rid of somebody who's cooking and cleaning and making sure the house is in order? Because I had everybody in check. I was like, we're cleaning today. We're doing this. We're doing that.
Mm-hmm.
Everything. So, you
Oh, we
know.
knew that you were the cleaner of the house, and I totally get it, and I 100% believe you. I am the same way.
But
I
it's
am the
funny.
person at a party where people yell at me and are like, "Can you stop cleaning?"
Stop. Yes.
And I'm like,
Yes.
"No,
No, because it's a fucking mess, and I don't want to
no."
be in it at all. Absolutely
Exact.
not.
Exactly. Okay. So let me ask you another one of the questions you got from a ton of people. I'm going to take it from
Yes.
Little Big Red. She wants to know, did you ever consider telling anybody who your dad was during the game, and if so, when?
Okay. So the time I was thinking about telling everybody who my dad was when we got down to me, Ozza, and Xavier. And that was just because of the fact that I didn't know if I was going to get an opportunity to tell them. And we were having a lot of deep conversations during that time. And I felt like I wanted to tell at least Xavier. I felt like Ozzy wouldn't, maybe she would. I wouldn't think that some people would know who my dad was. But when Xavier mentioned the boxing thing, I was kind of like, I should tell him at some point. So in case I make it to the final twos, he doesn't look at me like a liar. Because what I mean by me and Xavier had a bond like a brotherhood, we
Mm-hmm.
really did. Like it felt like family, and it felt like I would tell you anything. So it was just one of those things where that was the only time when we got down to the final three. But once I knew there was a way for me to tell everybody, I was like, let me save it for the end. And then when Xavier told me he had a secret, I was like, oh, well, this is going to be easy for me now because now I don't look like the liar of the season. That's what I was happy. But yes, I'm glad that I said it when I did because I was thinking about, and people are always like, Big D referencing himself to Frankie Grande. And I'm like, I'm not Frankie Grande. I'm relating to him to the fact that he has a famous sister. I have a famous dad. And when they found out who his sister was, they automatically started judging him. And I didn't
Wait,
want that to happen to me. That was my reference. I know I'm not no comp beast like him. So, guys, please cut that out. We already know that. Okay.
yeah. I mean, was Frankie a comp beast?
I mean, he did good. I thought he did great.
Don't get me wrong.
So,
I love Frankie, and he
yeah.
got engaged while you were in the house to
Oh,
hail his
congratulations.
partner. So yeah, they're getting married soon. That
Yeah.
was fun. Okay, I have a question. I'm so afraid to open this can of worms,
Oh,
but it
God.
did happen on this show, and we've only gotten half of the story. And it's the number one question we got. I'm just gonna sandwich it in here.
Oh,
Okay. So Frenchie was on the show, and we love Frenchie. And we have to talk
yeah.
about your crush on Frenchie, too.
Yeah,
However,
God, not talking about all my crushes.
when Frenchie was on the show, he said that you told him about the cookout.
Listen.
And so, did you tell Frenchie
Is
about the
there?
cookout?
Here's the thing. You guys have live feeds. You guys
Yeah.
have videos. Did y'all see me say that there was a cookout to
Uh,
Frenchie?
well, well, I believe it was during one of those fun times, like you say, when you know the feeds aren't going to be on.
Okay, thank you, Eric. I want to make sure someone else said it than me, because if not, these fans gonna rip me apart saying I'm lying. So thank you, because I know you know the show. Okay.
Right.
Um, no, I never told Frenchie about the cookout. I never told Frenchie about the cookout. I never did. I made it clear. That's the thing. When Tiff came up with the plan about who we were taking, me and X were the thing about it. People said Derek's trying to take responsibility for Tiffany's plan. And I'm like, I'm not taking responsibility for Tiffany's plan. Tiffany did amazing. The thing about me is that Derek has to be edited. So my friends will tell you this. I might say something and they'd be like, what the hell are you talking about? And they're sitting there trying to figure it out. And they're like, that's what Derek was saying. Me and X in the beginning had a conversation, very short, very simple. I was like, we should all like spread up and work with other people. I was like, I'll keep Frenchie. And that was it of the conversation. Tiffany came another day and said, hey, I'm going to bring out this chessboard or however she did, and we're going to match up with people. And then she put and then she spoke it into existence. She went into the diary room and said it. I never did that because I wasn't that type of person. And I didn't even come up with the whole plan. I was just saying me and an ex initiated saying those ideas. But I never told Frenchie about the cookout. I don't know where Frenchie got
He's
it from.
I feel like he said you whispered it or something during like a lockdown, and then you guys would make like jokes about the barbecue. Like that was your way to like talk about it. Like, hey, I hope we
Eric, do
get
it
a
look like I can
barbecue.
whisper? Does it look like
No.
I can fucking whisper?
Well,
No, I didn't whisper that.
here was the reason that, and maybe Frenchie just look. I love Frenchie. I don't. Maybe Frenchie
Frenchie actually
somehow
wanted
got
to
it
work
wrong.
with all of us, actually. That was the thing. He
Yes.
wanted to work with me and Tiffany. So that's something like I never told him about the cookout because I know if I would have told him about the cookout, we would have been done. I would have knew that.
Yeah, so I mean, there. I just want all I wanted was to you to be able to say your part of it
Hmm.
because that's what Frenchie said
It's
when
so
he was
funny
on.
because me Me and Tiffany actually said that Frenchie was invited to the cookout. He was like the stepfather invited to the
Uh-huh.
cookout. Me and Tiffany
Uh-huh.
said that, but we never told him because he was working with me and Tiffany. So
Right.
when you had us two, I mean, you basically almost about to work with everybody else too, you know. But no, I never told him because if I told him, I would have knew it would have blown up. Even during the magical times that I'm talking about, never, never did.
Okay.
Yeah.
Okay. A lot of people asked. I'm going to take it from Steve Romero. Wants to know
Okay, hello, Steve.
what was the first conversation about the cookout like? Because you guys all were a part of it. I have been a very bit. I'll say what have been saying this whole time because I think this
Yes,
is
please,
where
I would love to
people
hear
get
it.
it confused. I feel like the cookout was your idea. From what I saw in the feeds, it was your idea. You wanted all the people to work together. And
Yes,
and you didn't know the name.
yes,
Xavier was the one that
yes,
was like, "Let's call it the cookout." And
yes.
then
He said in the
Tiffany was
kitchen
the
with Tiffany.
one
Yes,
that had the plan. I don't know
that's
why
it,
this
right
is a
there.
hard concept for people.
I don't know why either. No, because because I mean they want to give Tiffany everything. Can I at least have that? I mean, you guys
Yeah.
already. I mean, you guys already. I'm already your villain. I'm already your punching bag. I'll take that. That's fine. But Tiffany even said it in interviews, and that's why I'm like, guys, come on. Like when I went in, especially me being the socialite and me being knowing that I need to manipulate people and do what I need to do. I went in there. We all. This is how it works. All six of us had a goal. We wanted somebody who African American descent to win. We all said that like even before entering the house. Okay.
Hmm.
When we walked in and I saw there was more of us, I go, all right, Derek, if I'm going to start an alliance, who am I going to start an alliance with? I'm going to start an alliance with all the African American descents because if I can't win, then one of them will win. I had a conversation with Xavier because we were talking about our final two and what we were going to do. I had a conversation with Kylan. I had a
Hmm.
conversation with Azza, and I had a conversation with Tiffany. And then I had a conversation with Hannah because Hannah actually came in and actually said it. And I was like, oh, I was already going to come and talk to you. So then I talked to Tiffany, and Tiffany was like, don't forget to tell Hannah. And I was like, me not thinking, I go, oh, Hannah, I forgot. Okay, let me make sure I get Hannah. So I've had a conversation initiated with everybody individually, and then I left it at that. Then while me, Xavier, and Tiffany, and I think they showed Ozza in the kitchen also, we were like trying to come up with a name for it, you know. And then Xavier's like, we're gonna call it the cookout. And I was like, oh great, call it the cookout. That's what it is. So and then Tiffany came up with a master, great, phenomenal plan. Tiffany, the queen. I'm telling you, I'm so glad that she put it together. Okay. She came up with that. And then I was like, okay, good. So that is the story. Exactly what you said is
Yeah.
exactly what it is. I don't know what else I could do for everybody. I feel like I got to give everybody my arm and leg and sign it and say,
No.
I came up with the plan.
No, you want to know what you got to do? It's the hardest thing, and it's easy for me because I've been, doing this 10 years and I even fail sometime. You just have to stop worrying about what the people say on social
I
media.
know. I know. And it's okay. Like I said, I'm very unbothered. I like to joke. This is me joking
Yeah.
because
Yeah.
I'm never going to be unbothered every time I check my bank account.
Yeah, exactly. Because you have the money now.
Yes,
You have the money. I have to ask another important question. I'm going to take it from
I'm ready.
Michelle.
Okay,
She
Michelle.
Michelle says, "I have to ask the ever important question.
Yes.
What is going to happen between you and Jose now?
Oh, God. We're talking about
Have
this?
you two
Okay. I'm
talked and worked
listening.
this out? Do I have to have a gay sit down with the two of you? Do I have to mend? I've mended many a bridges. I love him. I love you. Can we work this out? Not in a ring. Don't get me wrong. It would be hot. I would love both of you, like shirtless, oil wrestling, like all of it sounds super hot. But I feel like you guys can be friends. Oh no, we might have lost Derek. Jose might have come in and sabotaged it. We'll wait 1 second. Oh wait, are you back? Are you back? Are you back?
Okay, I'm back. Can you hear me?
I think you might have gotten a phone call and it might have froze you, but you're back now.
Okay. All
Okay,
right.
so here was my question.
I heard Jose.
Do I need to have like a gay conference of the both of you? Because I love you both. I think you're both funny. I think it
Yeah.
would be super hot to have like shirtless oil wrestling and stuff. However, I don't think we need to fight. I think this
We
is
don't
easily
listen.
solvable.
I'm gonna be honest with you.
Mm-hmm.
Like I said, I'm Jose is someone. I'm from Philadelphia. Uh, we have mutual friends. He knows
Mm-hmm.
that. I don't know him personally. I'm going off of how he was on his season. Okay.
Right.
It's obviously we all in the house talk about BB players and BB people in the past, and we talk about all of them and just our impressions. Like just like
Right.
someone next season is going to talk about Big D. We know that,
Or like
and
they're doing right now.
yes, just like they're doing right now, and probably rip me to shreds. I'm
Right.
never going to take it personal because you understand we're just talking about players. The thing about it is that me fighting Jose, I can never do that. I am in a whole different weight class than him. I know more than him. I have boxed my whole entire life when I was little. I am Smoker Joe Frazier's son. I would never do that. I do not believe in that type of behavior for me fighting
Right.
you just because of something. Okay.
Right.
But the thing about it is that I'm not trying to, I don't want to, I'm not trying to downplay him because I believe he's great at what he does. My thing is that I'm never gonna fight some like if I want to fight you, I'm gonna fight you when I see you. If I have a problem that
Right.
much, I don't need to set
Yeah.
up a boxing match. I don't need to do all this stuff. No, I don't need to do that. That's for entertainment. I'm
Right.
not here for your entertainment. If I got a problem with you, yes, I'll run up and smack you if I need to. But at the end of the day, me talking crap is me talking crap. And if I need to back it up, I'll back it up. But I don't think you want to get in the ring with me or try to fight me. I'm a big ass dude that knows how to fight. Okay.
Yeah.
And I'm not
I
saying
just
he
want.
does it. I just,
Uh-huh.
my thing is this. My thing is, do I have a personal vendetta or an issue with Jose? No, I do not. I do not know him that well. Um, but if I got the attitude and how he was on his season, and if
Mm-hmm.
I met that in person, absolutely, I would have a problem. But if I meet him in person, I'm like, oh my God, I like him. He's so cool. Cool. But I don't know him enough. I'm just going off of what I see. And that's just, unfortunately, we're on a reality show platform where people are going to go off of what they see. That's why, an example for myself is that people are going off of what they see. So all I can do now moving forward is showing people who I am so they can
Yeah.
see, oh, Big D's not really like that. Or Big D is a jokester. He's not really that type of person. And then
Yeah.
hopefully people will see that. And that's what I'm getting at. I'm just going off of him being on a couple reality shows and me watching him. He's a mutual friends with one of my friends that I know. So I'm going off of that. That's what I'm
Yeah.
going off of
Okay.
why I
I just
said
want.
what I
I
said.
just want all us BB gays to be friends.
Cool, man. I ain't got time for that. Man, I come
Okay.
from. I will literally. I'm on some real stuff. I come. My dad smoked Joe Frazier. I
I
literally
know.
will hurt somebody, and I would never do that because that is not fair. And I would never do that to somebody. What do I look like fighting
Good.
someone who's smaller than me? Come on now.
Right. Well, look, I have a very another important question. I feel like you can handle the hard questions. I'm going to give you
Let's
probably the
do it.
hardest one of all, okay? It's
Okay.
from Instagram and it is from 2KBC on Instagram.
Okay.
And they want to know, Derek, how does it feel to be the first representative
Mhm.
of the gay bears on Big Brother?
That's such a tough question. I love you for that. It feels amazing. I actually went to can't really say too much. Can't spill all the beer tea. But I went to a party up in LA and saw a lot of the bear community, and it was so nice to see how open arms they were because they were all like, "We never see guys like us on the show. We never see nobody showing body positivity that's a big guy and whatnot." Because I wanted to show that. I wanted to show baby, you're gonna walk around with a six pack. I'm gonna walk around with a keg, and I'm gonna show you I'm still sexy as much as you think you're sexy. And I wanted people to see that because I don't think we get a chance to see that on reality TV. So it feels amazing, and I'm excited to just hopefully continue that. I'm hoping I'll do more reality shows. Because I like making people laugh. I mean, hopefully people saw that this season, but it
I,
feels good. I'm so excited for my Bears, and I love them.
I think that this season was a lot about people being represented on the show, from, minorities to you all as
Yes.
the cookout to Brittany, someone with
Yes.
autism,
Yeah.
and like, I. you as the bigger person playing this game, I felt for you in those times.
Yeah.
I think there are
Yeah.
people. I was not on board with the people that felt that you were complaining to complain about the comps, or
Yeah.
because you were bigger and them not being made for you. I've
Yeah.
always said I don't feel the Big Brother comps are fair across the board. And maybe they just don't have to be. And maybe that's what we have to accept. They're
No.
never going to be.
Yeah.
But in the same way that we want to see people represented, I felt like your pain and what you were saying when you were like, I want a big person that's sitting at home that loves this show to think I have a chance to win it, or I have a
Yes.
chance to play it. And I felt that for you.
Yeah. My thing was this. My comment, 100%. You definitely know exactly what I was feeling. My thing, excuse me. My thing was, I felt as though, where's all the strength competitions? Where's the heavy lifting? Where's things that I know I could beat all these guys? So I was expecting, since we said in the beginning, as Julie said, new beginnings. I thought we were going to have maybe some different comps that would involve. I don't care if it was a bucket above our head and they're pouring water in it. I would have been cool with that. I was expecting us to also add some shrimp portion into it, because if there was some more, heavy type of competitions, I would have gave everybody a run for their money. And I also want to show people, just because you're big doesn't mean you can't do these things. And I never gave up. There was never a time I threw a competition unless it was Coin of Destiny. We all know that. And I did not need to do that because it was already set up the way I needed to be set up. But these comps are difficult, especially these endurance comps. Like, I was waiting for an endurance comp to walk out there and they were like, get all the sand in the wheelbarrow and push it back and put the sand in the tube. That would have been great, because I would have
Yeah.
just piled up all the sands while all these guys are taking 1,000 trips, piled up all these sands and push that baby boy or pull it back. Like, I was expecting more of those things. And that's why I think a lot of fans are like, well, Big D needs to probably be on the challenge, which is understandable, because I don't have no problem hitting people and getting physical. And I would love to hit some of these straight dudes. Don't get it twisted. I would love for them to get their ass whooped by a gay dude. It would be great.
Is one of them
But
Kylan? Oh, what?
you
Did you
gotta
say?
stop coming at my baby. I love him. I'm
Oh
like
my
one of those people
God.
that are like, leave him alone, leave him alone, don't bother him, break up with him. He's so wrong. I'm one of those type of girlfriends that keep going back.
Yeah, let me explain to you. He would eat chips, right? And it was be like the microphone was in his mouth and we were part of the digestive process. And then he would just start like interjecting game talk into it. And I have that
Yeah.
thing where like mouth noises make me stabby. So
Mm-hmm.
it just, Kylan triggered me in so many ways. But look,
I'm
I want to
so
ask you a
sorry.
serious I want to ask you a
Yes.
serious question, and if this is too
Okay.
personal, we can skip over it. But I think
Okay.
that this might be helpful to a lot of people, because a lot of people asked this question in various ways, and I want to take it from Rod Carson. He said, question for Derek. With your dad being known as this, like a macho pro boxer who is, kind of the epitome of
Yeah.
masculinity to what straight men must think,
Is that
what
true?
was it like coming out to him, or, telling him you're
Oh,
gay? Or did you not tell him you're gay? And you don't even have
wow.
to answer this or acknowledge
No.
it at all if you don't want.
I want to say this though. To the fans, don't ever feel like you can't ask me anything. Of course, I'm not going to break anything in my contract. I will tell you that, because I would like to continue getting a check and
Mm-hmm.
continue coming back, hopefully, and doing more reality TV, because I want to be
Yes.
professional. I don't mind talking about my life, because that's what I came onto the show to do. I wanted people to
Yeah.
know who I was, so then there's people out there that can relate. I never got a chance to tell my father. That is one thing that I can say I regret, but I think my dad knew. I
Mm-hmm.
did tell my mom. I never got a chance to tell him. And I think it's just because, my dad is old school. He comes from the South.
Right.
We're talking about, like he said, masculine, big, boxer, he has a bunch of kids, been with, women. We have 6 different moms, things like that. And I never wanted me being who I am tarnish my dad's image, if that makes sense, because we're talking about people that have been with him for years. And back in the day, gay wasn't even a thing. It was secretly. So I wish I would have told him because I know he would have still loved me no matter what. I think he knew. But that's why I always try to find ways to make sure that, yes, I am Smoker Joe Frazier son, but I want to make a name for myself. And that's why I came on this platform. But if I had the chance to tell him, absolutely I would tell him. And I know my dad would still be proud of me no matter what. He definitely raised a good son. Even though at times I know I use the B word and, offend some people, which I mean it to be. But I think that he would be very happy to see how it turned out, and I'm happy for that. It's okay. Things happen for a reason. Maybe I wasn't meant to tell him I believe in God, but no matter what, he's here now
And he
listening.
knows.
He knows, so he's okay with it. If not, I would know. 'Cause I would hear him scream my name in the middle of the night or something, telling me to come downstairs to do something, or if I'm acting up.
Look, my dad was the same exact way, was, a deacon, all of those things, 100% Catholic. It was the scariest thing ever. And,
Yeah,
he came around. He came
yeah,
around, and I think all of our parents love us, and I am sure that your dad is very proud of you
thank you, and
because you
thank
are
you for asking
inspirational.
that
Like,
question.
yeah,
Thank you.
and I think that is inspirational to people out there that are
Yeah,
struggling or aren't sure how to, broach this topic with their family. And obviously, we're just sticking it in here. I would love to
yeah,
talk about just this for an hour, but,
yeah,
we'll put links in the description to resources for any of you that are struggling or want more ways to
absolutely,
talk to your family about stuff
absolutely.
like that. I
Yeah.
want to ask you another serious, important question.
Okay, I'm ready.
I'm sorry, these people are going to kill me because you have so many questions. I haven't asked any of them.
Ask all the
Uh,
crazy questions. I'm cool with it because I love it.
Look,
I try to get
that's
on
me
Twitter
just
and
trying
answer
to
stuff.
help you. That's me. It really is me trying to help you. Like, because sometimes I just. And look, I learned with Nicole you can't do that because then I just take all the bullets. But there are so many times where I see people like yelling at you on Twitter and just be like, "Oh my God, Derek, this is all you have to say. Just say this one thing. It's all they want to hear. It's one sentence."
Hmm.
So I feel like sometimes I like to ask the questions just to kind of help. It's like, I know what you're saying. Anyway, here's
Yes.
the important question. It is from Maximus' mom, who is a big fan. She says, if you could pick 3 RuPaul's Drag Race queens
Love this
to
question.
go away with for the weekend,
Oh my
which 3
God.
would you choose? And there's a reason I'm asking this question, but go ahead.
All right. So the first person I would pick will be Alyssa Edwards,
Okay,
season 5. Okay.
can't do it.
I would pick Bianca Del Rio, season 6.
Okay.
And I would pick, this is so tough because there's so many. Oh my God, I can't believe I'm gonna say this because can I have two?
Sure, sure.
Okay. I would pick Bob the Drag Queen from season 8, and then I'll
Uh-huh.
pick Simone from season 13.
Oh, really? Simone.
I
Interesting. Okay.
love Simone. I love Simone.
I do too.
Obsessed.
I 100 I do as well. Okay, here's the first reason that I'm asking you that. One of the things that I think you might not know that was announced. Do you know about this? Well, you were on Big
What?
Brother.
What?
They are doing a RuPaul's Drag Race Big Brother. It's going to be on World of Wonder. It's the drag queens. They are playing Big Brother. It's in
What?
conjunction with Paramount CBS, but they're not going to call it Big Brother. So, like, you don't win head of household, you win, like, head of the club. And you're not the 2 nominees. You're going to be bounced. But they are literally adapting Big Brother into this RuPaul's Drag Race format, or with the queens for this Paramount Plus exclusive run
What?
that they
Okay, how do
announced.
you feel about? I don't know how I feel about that.
Oh, I think I did a paper in college actually about how I felt Big Brother copied a bunch of stuff from Drag Race, like Pandora's
Okay.
Box, I feel like
Yeah. Yeah.
started from Drag Race. I think there are a lot of things that started. So how do I feel about it? I think it'll be good. I think it'll be fun. I mean, it's
Okay.
basically I if they have live feeds, I think it'll be the best thing ever.
Oh, absolutely. They have live feeds, and then guess what? They can talk how I talk, and then we'll see what happens then.
Uh huh. Uh huh. Have you ever
That'll be
watched
good.
the live feeds before?
I have, I have, I
On
have,
other
I have.
seasons, you have watched
Yeah,
them. Okay.
yeah.
No,
So I do want to say that Lauren and Adam say hello, by the way.
we love Lauren and Adam. We had them on right away. Even, this is a testament to them. And I love them and feel for them because I was in their position last season.
Yes, yes,
And I failed in the way that they did not. Of
yes.
people loved your account and loved them. They did such a good job, even
Yeah.
with people
All the
that would come
backlash, of
at
course.
you. I think people really loved them and loved how they were representing you on social media all season long. So you have great friends in them.
Yes, absolutely. I know they're amazing. I don't know what I would do without them.
They are
I
amazing.
drive them insane. I think that's why they're able to know how I am. That's why they were like, "Hold on, Derek means this. This is not what he means."
Uh-huh. And they even turned me around on the big blue couch. I was not a big blue couch fan. I was very anti big blue couch in the beginning.
Oh my God, why? It was just all fun and gimmicky. It wasn't even real. We made up
Yes.
characters.
No, you're right. It was fun and gimmicky. And when I want to watch that, I would go onto TikTok. I'm
I
here
knew
to
it. You're
watch you
one of
guys
those.
scheme
No, I
and
knew you were one of
backstab.
those. I knew it. You were. We said it. We were like, no one's gonna like the Big Blue Couch because we're not talking game, and I know you guys always wanted to talk game. Baby, there's almost so much game we could talk about.
I
I mean,
know. I
Jesus.
came around. I came around. No, it was just because it was like it hit the ground running with it. And, in that first week, everybody just wants game, 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 game. So it's like, what are
Of
we
course.
doing? A big blue couch? What? They're singing? I have to say, now it is lit because I'm basically Ozza, where I walk around and sing everything.
Yeah.
I several times a day am like, you gotta do what you gotta do.
Do,
Do what you gotta
do,
do.
got
Like
to.
I
Yes.
just sing the Big Blue Couch songs all day. I'm not kidding. You guys need to make it an actual,
So
you know, do
I'm
it.
gonna get it. I'll give you guys a little spoiler. And when I have time, which I'm hoping,
Uh
which
huh.
seems like I'm not gonna have time for the next month because my life belongs to you guys. I am going to make like a little soundtrack, but I could only give it to I think I can't make it like an official or nothing I can sell because it doesn't belong to me.
Not for another year and a
But
half.
I'm gonna make something just for like us 16 house guests to have. But of course, we
Oh, I
can
love it.
perform it whenever you guys want us to do. I'll do it for cameos if you want me to.
You should, and we're gonna have all the links to all of your stuff below this show. But yeah, no, you do you need to do that. But yeah, I'm sure they
Yeah,
own it for another 2 years probably.
yeah, of course.
A lot of people ask this. I'm going to take it from Melissa. She says, Derek, besides making it to the final two, what was your most memorable moment in the house?
Okay. Like funny or like I guess because I always like to think of two different things. Um,
I would like funny
okay.
and or one that doesn't involve Kylan. Go.
Oh God. Okay. Well, that's like you know what? Not sipping the drink after saying that. I would say one of the funniest moments ever in the house was it never made the show, but hopefully you guys saw it. Do y'all remember when Ozza did Mafia,
Uh
and
huh.
she was pretending to be a teacher talking about nuts? I
I
don't know if you guys saw
vaguely
that.
remember
Oh
this
my
one.
God. This
Yes.
Ozzy was talking about, you know, aren't you got after we did the BB when we had the BB high school shirts on and whatnot. We
Chats,
played
no. Chat. The chats are with you. The chats are like, yes, yes. High school BB. Michelle
got it.
Owens, my
Okay.
favorite.
Okay.
Everyone's saying it was
So
their
she
favorite as well.
sat there talking about, aren't you guys excited to have some nuts? And she kept talking in this voice and saying the word nuts. And I fell out. I've never laughed that hard. So I probably cracked everyone's ears or headphones they had on because I was like breathing and laughing and like could not breathe because I was falling out so hard from Ozzy doing the high school nuts. And then I would say probably one of the most memorable moments I have is probably just the moment of um, just talking about what it was like being a gay man in the gay community with everybody, and just explaining to them what it's like to also be a black man in the gay community, and just sharing that and being able to relate. All those deep conversations we had with everybody else was really powerful to me, because everyone really did give me the confidence that I needed, because I went in the house knowing like no one ever likes me, no one ever finds me attractive because I'm a big man and stuff like that. And everyone kept like hyping me up and give me that. And it really did help, because once I got out the house, I was like, I am attractive. I don't know why I don't think I am attractive. Things like that. So those are good moments that I share, those fond memories with the house guests. Sorry, does not. I hope that's a good answer, but
No, that is a good
those
answer.
are
I love that. And I think that they're first I never understand the people that don't think they're attractive, and now look, I say that too. What I have my point is I have learned that everyone has like
a person.
there is someone that is attracted to everyone.
Yeah,
You can literally be you can be in the gay community the one that dresses like the dog and
yeah.
poops in a diaper and sleeps in a cage, and people find that hot. I know because I went over to my
Ah,
friend's house and saw it, and I had to act like that was normal, and I've
sounds like
never
you've been
been
to
the
a
same
couple of
since.
parties.
No, like that's like their relationship. Like I'm the dog. What?
I don't know.
We're
I
just supposed
know.
to
I've
think
met
this is
plenty.
normal?
I
But
have
that's
met
what I'm
plenty
saying.
guys like that too. So I get what you're saying 100%. So yeah, I would say things like that definitely did help a lot, and whatnot. But I'm definitely, um, and just overall, being in the Big Brother house, being a part of history, being a part of, the first, I'm going to say this, and you guys can judge me. I think that we have one of the best alliances of all time.
No, you do,
Right.
100%. I think
Yeah.
there is no question, and I kind of hate that you're the first Cookout member that we had on, and I did not even start this show by saying
No, it's okay.
23 years, and I
No.
just feel like, oh, my gay's here,
No,
we can
don't,
have, we
don't. You
can,
don't have to. I've been
but
saying it to everybody else. I like questions that need to be answered. That are some tough questions, that I want to hear from the fans, because I try my best to tweet back. I try my best to explain things, and I think the fans are like, "Does he not think that we don't have the lives on? Does he not think that he was wrong to women?" And I'm like, I know you guys see the lives, but there's things that sometimes you don't. I'm sorry, but I know you guys see
well,
majority of the things, and that's why I'm just like, I don't know what you guys want me to do. I can never be right and I can never be wrong, and I'm just like, all right, then let me just be big delusional then, like
I
you
mean,
guys say. Let's just let it be.
I think the truth is in the middle, and I think that's the hard part for everybody all around. I think fans want you to say, I'm 100% wrong, and you're right, and the way you see it is completely correct. And unless you do that, they're never coming
Yeah,
around for you. But I
yeah,
think they don't understand that it is your truth. It's your truth that you
yeah,
lived, it's the
yeah,
conversations
yeah,
you were in,
yeah,
and how you played the game and the people you worked with. We see way more.
yes,
We're in the rooms
yes,
you're not in. So I think like that's where the conflict of that is. I want to ask the last question because you just brought it up. I
yes,
mean the last hard one. Because you did get it from so many people. I just want to kind of ask it like this. I see Becca asked it, and she said, some fans feel that you were prioritizing the Cookout men over the Cookout
yes,
women, and were
yes.
labeling that as misogynistic. A,
Right.
what do you want to say to people who
So
feel that? We'll start
right.
there.
So let me. Okay. So I first want to say this. That is not the case at all. Okay.
Mhm.
This was the first time in the history of BB that there were so many females in jury. So I knew either they're going to vote for, I'm just going off of what we need, because we need more female winners. So I was going off of the women are working together, and now there's not a lot of men left, which is usually the reverse in Big Brother history. It's usually the boys are working together. I mean, there's only a little bit of girls, and there's all these men in jury. So there was a conversation I heard, which me and Tiffany discussed because she was trying to figure it out too. But I told her, and she's like, "Oh, you talking about when we were in the bathroom?" There was a conversation I heard between Tiffany, Hannah, and Azza saying that they were going to work together to basically go against us. So that's when I put into play of, oh no, I'm working with Xavier and I'm working with Kyland. So I need to make sure that these two do not go against each other because I need these two to make sure to take, to help me get to the end or take me, however you want to say it, to the end. So I knew that. Where only person I had a relationship was Azza. And Azza wasn't winning anything. So I'm like, Azza can't really take me. And Tiffany and Hannah at this point were not, they just started winning stuff. So I was like, oh, if this is the plan they're going to go with, I need to make sure us guys work together in order to make it to the end. Keep in mind, all three of those girls are phenomenal. They had relationships with every single person in jury. So I knew sitting next to one of them, I'm going to lose. If any of you guys sit next to him, I'm just saying there's a possibility because of their relationship. That's what I'm going off of and whatnot. But it was never on the lines of, oh, because they're women, we should band together and get all the women out. No, it was one of those things where they have a lot of friends in jury, and they also said they were coming for us. Before we even had the conversation, they said they were coming for us. So that's when I said, okay, well, I'm going to work with the guys because it seemed like the girls don't want to work with the gay.
Right.
And I would be a team like, let's go, girls, let's get them all. Let's do it. But no one did that.
Yeah, see, now, here's what I can, because I can see the live chats, and I knew that this was going to be the rebuttal to what you're saying right now. So I want to, let you address it in real time. So people will say that, okay, if that's the answer, but why then did you say, you didn't feel the girls in the cookout did as much as the guys? Yes. So then, technically, they shouldn't be a threat to you then. If they didn't do as much, so was that just game is kind of what I'm saying. Was that just you gaming?
Listen, it was just game, but keep in mind, in the beginning of the season, probably all the way up until, what week did Tiffany win? I think it was week 8?
8.
Yes, yeah. Week 8. All us guys, not me, let me not even say me. Kyland and X were winning stuff.
Yeah.
All the way up until that time. So it was one of those things where I'm like, they're winning stuff, even when they threw stuff to the girls and they didn't win it. And we're like, okay. So at that time, I felt as though, hey, the guys are winning stuff. The girls see that. That's when when I heard the conversation, I go, okay, I need to make sure these guys don't go after each other because the girls are going to go after us when we get down to the 6. So that's why I had that mind frame. And also, it was gaming, too. Keep in mind, I would have worked, trust me, I would have worked with the girls, but they were not winning anything for me to be like, if I'm not winning nothing, how are you guys going to win something? Because we haven't won nothing. Only these two have. So it would be dumb for me not to work with the two people that are winning things.
So I agree with you. That's how I kind of saw it. I saw it as you needed to paint the girls that way to the guys.
Correct.
To make them seem like a threat, to make them want to take you.
Yeah.
But I did
also,
that's kind of what I thought you were doing.
Tiffany and I talked about, she had that conversation with the girls about them coming after us. And she said that. I talked to her when we were hanging out just last week. She said that. And that's why I said that's the conversation I overheard. And she was like, damn, I should have checked around before I said that. And I said, that's the conversation I heard. And then that's what made me make sure that Xavier and Kyland did not go after each other. Because I go, these two are winning. I need them. So I need them to work together. Because they were going to go after each other. They weren't. If it wasn't for me stepping in, they were going to go after each other. And it was a game move because I go, I'm not winning nothing at these comps. These comps, you've already heard me say, I'm not going to get it. And I was kind of like, I need Xavier and I need Kyland. I'm already working with Xavier. I've been working with Kyland. Now, let's bring it together. Let's make sure everyone does Derek's dirty work and take me to the end so I can get the crown. That's how I was looking at it.
Yeah, see, I think a lot of people, I see Melanie just said it in chat, everyone forgets that the French kisses were formed week 1 and the rumors were everywhere. And what you were just saying about the conversation you overheard, there was talk of the girls working together early on.
Correct.
So it seemed normal to me that then everyone needs a place to go in Big Brother. So I just thought
Yes,
it was
yes.
more so game when it came to that.
Yeah, yeah, and it was. That's why I was just trying to say that there was an all girls alliance, and I was always nervous about that because we were getting rid of. I wanted to get rid of the guys. Listen to my mouth. I wanted to get rid of the guys. So for me, I knew once we got rid of all the guys that were not in the cookout, I go, okay, there's a possibility the rest of these girls can team up and take us out. So we
Mhm.
need to work together because there was a Frenchie's kisses. They were all talking
Right.
to each other. So I was just
Right.
like, we need to work together because this is what it is. Just like if it was reversed, there's been seasons that has been reversed when the girls work together and because there's a bunch of guys. It's just what it is. Now, if I tried to tell the girls, let me be a girl with you. I was like,
No,
I'm gay. Let me be with you, girls. Come on. But no one opened that door for me. So it was like, what else am I going to do?
no, it is true. It is true. And I think, whatever. I want to ask more questions. People don't care what I
Yes.
think. They've been hearing what I think all season long. Very important question from maybe 420.
Yes. I'm sorry, say it again.
If maybe 420 is the person who has a very important question for you.
Okay. Okay. All right. I'm ready.
She says,
Hmm.
"What is your favorite video game to play?" Because we heard you on the feed say that you are a gamer.
I am a gamer.
And then she
I,
says, "And did Derek get his PS5?"
oh, girl, now you know I didn't get my PS5 because it's still sold out. I don't understand. I took 3 months, so I'm just jealous because I look at my roommate's Adam's PS5 every day. I'm looking at it right now. I'm really jealous. But my
Wait, you
favorite
need
game,
you need two PS5s in the same apartment?
we are two grown ass men. Yes, we have three PlayStations up in here. Lauren has her own too. Yes, we cannot
Uh-uh.
share PSs.
I'm sorry. I am an Xbox person. I can't get on. Well, okay. Well, we can have that argument later. More
I'll
importantly,
still add you, but Apex is my favorite video game that I play.
really?
Yeah, I love Apex. I love Call of Duty. I do kind of play a little bit of Fortnite, but I do like Call of Duty Zombies. I do all that. So I'm planning to get a Twitch, planning to do all that once I can
Okay.
get all that stuff, and I will make sure everyone has it.
Dead by Daylight?
Oh, I do have that too. I do, but I'm still learning. I'm not really good at it, but we can
It's free.
play.
It's free. You can play that one for free. We play a lot of Dead by Daylight, Among Us,
Okay,
Destiny, but again, you're on
okay.
PlayStation, so you can't play any of the fun games.
Oh, I mean, it sounds like they're not really that fun.
Mm.
But other than that, we could play Dead by Daylight. I would do that with you. I would love that. That would
Okay.
be great.
All of the Drag Race, RuPaul's Drag Race queens play Dead by
I
Daylight.
know.
So
That's why I want to
it
get a
is.
Twitch so I can like play with them. I feel like I have to.
That's easy. I can explain that to you in 1 second. Okay. Question. You got this from a lot of people. I'm taking it from
Okay.
ZZ. When is the next regular show gonna be?
Yeah, so the next regular show video will be next week.
Okay.
We do have to celebrate Adam's birthday this weekend, so I'm excited for that. First time also for me being back in Philadelphia. But I have to buy a lot of stuff. I got to get a green screen, I got to get chairs, I got to get mics. So we're planning to do another video,
You
and
don't.
the next video will be like a mixture of a podcast with a video that we will do next week. And then, of course, we're doing TikToks every day. So you can always see us doing TikToks.
We love
So
your TikTok, and we're gonna have the links. We'll go over it at the end. We're gonna
thank
have the links to all of
I have
Derek's
a link
socials at the
tree.
end. I totally thought that you were saying the Twitch. I'm like, you don't need a green. I mean, you could have the green screen and all of those things.
No, 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 not
I get it.
Twitch.
Perfect.
Mm-mm.
I want to ask you just some quick questions. I mean, you can
I'm ready.
answer them as quickly as you want, but you get
Absolutely.
I'm Austin Sane. Who were some of your favorite past Big Brother players?
Oh, my favorite past Big Brother players would be Bailey, Davon, Evil Dick, Helen, Brittany. Um, who else did I like? Oh my God, Tommy. I'm obsessed with Tommy. Tommy,
I
I would date Tommy if he was single, but he is not. So love Tommy. Who else? I would say Nicole.
mhm.
Okay. Who else? Right now, I think that's all I got for you right now. Unless I think of somebody else in a couple of seconds.
No, that's good. I love that you
I
said
think that's
Helen.
it. Oh, I
I
fucking
love
love
that.
Helen. Oh my god,
I
that's a. I wish I could play the game like she did. I wish. Oh,
I will tell Helen. I talk to Helen at least once
oh,
a month. She has so many new things happening in her life, but she always goes, and you can't tell anyone. So I don't know what I can say, but I'll
oh
just
my god.
say I'll
Oh,
make sure that she
Helen.
messages you because I know that she loves you and she
You.
loves the cookout.
Thank you.
Um, what? Oh, let me first also say, in case I have a feeling he might be in the chat, so he might already see them, but a ton of people saying happy birthday to Adam.
Everyone said happy birthday, Adam. Everyone in the
A
chat
lot
said
of
happy
people in the
birthday.
chats are saying that. Um, question.
Yes.
Where did it go? Oh, Lenix wants to know, what did you think of the Xavier and Kylan situation as it was playing out in front of you? This is another one of the hot topics that doesn't really,
Yeah.
it's not a hot topic directed
So
at you.
I'm not gonna lie, I was a little disappointed. I thought I was gonna get the curse off because I was ready for it. I
Uh
thought I
huh.
was gonna get yelled at and Kylan was gonna flip out on me. But I
Right.
think because he loved me too much that he could not do that to me. And that would have been really bad. I'm not gonna lie, America, that would have been really bad because y'all would have heard a lot of cursing on live TV if he did come at me. So I was a little disappointed because I was sitting there kind of like, what's going on? Why are you not? Why are you yelling at him? I'm the one who just voted you out. That's what made me upset because I'm like, I voted you out. This is supposed to be my moment, and you took it from me. What are you doing? But I thought in that moment, it was a lot to take in. Of course, I did not like how Kylan left. I think it was very. I know you got a lot on your mind because it looked like you want to say something,
Oh, I had
but
to bring the mic close.
I
Just
see.
I'm just going to rebut to one thing you said. I was going to say, of course, Kylan wouldn't talk to you like that because he only talks to people that he knows won't do anything back to him.
Right, that is true. 100%. That is true because I was going to give him that smoke. I was waiting for him. That's why I went to the door because I was like, "Come on, bring that ass over here. Let's go, motherfucker, so I can get you." But he never came over. So when I saw that altercation, it really did confuse me. But it also confirmed that he was diehard for Xavier out of nowhere over me, and I was like, "I'm glad I made the decision that I made because I would have looked like a dumb bitch." If he would have did
Yeah,
that, absolutely.
I
So
don't. I don't believe he would have taken you at all. Had the
no,
decision been his, I think you
correct.
made the correct choice. I do not
Yeah,
think he would have taken you at all.
yeah. So
Um,
I just thought I'm glad I know they have talked it out as men offline. So I'm glad they did, and that's going to take time to heal. But I'm glad they did because some people leave the show and don't talk to each other. And us as a
yeah,
cookout, we were like, no, we're going to talk to each other. We got to yell. We're going to be angry. Whatever we need to do to talk it out. But we're not going to let the fans rip us apart or make us fight because
good.
that's what they want. I'll fight with everyone else outside the cookout. You saw that. I ain't got no problem with that. But I'm not fighting with
No, that's
uh,
good.
I'm not fighting with no one else like that. I'm not.
Good. Um, you got this from a lot of people. What was the most shocking thing that you learned that happened on the feeds, or like what shocked you that happened in the game that you learned about now outside of the game, and or is there anything in the real world that shocked you while you were in sequester or in the house?
I think the one thing that shocked me in the game was probably Brittany knowing karate. That blew my mind. I never thought that Brittany knew karate, and that was something shocking to me. Everything else I wasn't surprised by just because of based on how they were in the house. But Brittany doing karate definitely did shock me a lot, a lot.
I love it. Okay, I want to ask like one or two more questions. Very
Yeah, go
important
ahead.
one from Ed Rizzo. And
Okay.
I'm gonna mess this up. I get into so many of these arguments with the Philadelphia. I'm Long Island, but I think New Jersey is the worst state. But then they argue with Philadelphia. Anyway, it doesn't matter. Here's my point. Ed
Okay.
Rizzo wants to know: is it Whiz-wit or Whiz-without? And which is a worse violation on a Philly cheesesteak, lettuce and tomato or mustard?
Oh. So I'm gonna say the lettuce and tomato is definitely disrespectful. I'm not gonna
Okay.
lie, I put mustard on my cheesesteak. So,
Really?
people might judge me for that, but I do. And it's always whiz with, always.
So now, what
Uh,
is whiz with and whiz out?
so I love how you say it. You're saying it like it's
Because
the
I'd
most
never heard it before.
nastiest thing that ever came. So whiz with would be with whiz cheese on the cheesesteak. Whiz
Oh.
without is without whiz cheese on it. That's exactly what it is. Yes, it
Oh,
is. No. What is it? No.
oh,
Whiz,
here we go.
whiz cheese with onions. Whiz without is whiz cheese without onions. I thought it was with cheese
Derek's
or
lying in real
without cheese.
life too, everybody.
Panic attack. I thought it was with cheese. No, with onions, without onions. American with would be American with onions. I guess I don't know either, so I can't answer that question.
Okay. This
Hey,
is
hey, listen. At the end of the day, I usually get cheese with. I mean, I usually get whiz with cheese. That's it. So that's it. Or
okay
American
with cheese.
cheese.
Okay,
That's
we
it.
got we
I'll
we
do
we
American
totally
cheese.
got it.
Oh, okay.
Um,
I messed it up. I messed it up. What do you want me to do? I didn't know that. I didn't know that. So, what do you want me to
Adam, I know
do?
you're watching. We're trying to end this positive, Adam. Okay, all right. Thank you.
Thank you. You said we're trying to end this positive, okay?
All right, you got to stop telling Big D he's wrong, Adam.
No, it's
God,
okay. Let me be
God.
wrong.
No,
You know
we got
what?
it. We got this.
Delusional. That's what I am. Let me
We
just
no, we
run
got.
with
I want to tell you, you're getting a lot of compliments from people in the chat again. I'm being told I must tell you that a
it.
lot of people are saying how good you looked coming out of the house.
Oh, thank
Did you lose
you.
a lot of weight? Before you answer that, people's weight is not contingent on if they're good looking or not. But go ahead and you can answer that if you'd like.
I think so. The whole entire time, because of how the mirrors are in the house, and because they're like a double-sided mirror, they make you look huge. So every time I was sitting and looking at myself, I'm like, "Oh my God, it looked a mess." But I don't know if it was like the last 3 weeks of stress. But out of nowhere, I don't know. When I walked out the house and I was wearing other clothes and I looked at myself in normal mirrors, everyone was like, "Oh, you did lose weight. You do look skinnier, like in your face and your neck and your upper body." So I guess so. I don't know. I haven't stepped on the scale, but I lost. The thing about it is, I lost all the muscle I had. I had a lot of muscle, and it was gone because my ass didn't work out the whole time. I was like, "Am I working out?"
Right. I wouldn't either. Why would we in that house? Uh, all right. Second to last question. Now, this is
Yes,
up to you. Again, you don't have to answer this because this is kind of personal. As you know, we had
absolutely,
Adam and Lauren on the show, and we
absolutely.
asked them, "What is Big D's biggest, deepest, darkest secret?" And they basically told us everything that you didn't want anyone to know. So I would like to ask you now: is there anything you'd like to reveal about Adam and Lauren, that they would not want us to know? I'm kidding, Big D. I'm kidding. It was a joke. They didn't say anything bad about you.
Because it,
I'm kidding. They didn't say anything bad
I
about you.
was thinking, like, hold on now.
No, no, they did not. They did not say anything. Here's the real question. From Sox Pats fan wants to know, what are you gonna do with your winnings? Are you going to invest any of it? Or
Yes.
like, what are you gonna do with your winnings?
Yes. So I'm definitely going to invest. I never had a savings account. I meant that I was broke. I came in there with negative like $1,000. I'm going to take care of my mother as promised because that's my heart, that's my love. I love her so much. She was the only person I cared about, the only person I was fighting for. And then I am still going to donate to single mothers, a charity that I'm looking into with my aunts now, and just be able to have something that could set me up for the rest of my life and put away savings. And I'm still going to go get a 9 to 5 job. Don't get it twisted. I'm not Xavier. I didn't get that much money. So I'm definitely going to do that. And then obviously entertain you guys, but as money wise, I'm making sure I'm smart with it. I'm not one of those people that are like, I'm going to go buy a car. I'm going to go buy this. No, I want to buy stuff that is going to help me entertain you guys. A green screen, chairs, mics, things that I can continue, guys. Get a Twitch, get cameras for that, things that
Uh
will
huh.
allow me to still entertain and be able to still, for you guys to still hear my voice because I know you love it so much.
I do love that. And I lied. One more question because you
Yes,
mentioned
go
your
ahead.
mom. There was a lot of people who
Yes.
were saying, how is your mom? Was she happy that you were home? Things like that. How is it? Because we know
Yes,
you did kind of leave Todrick's house in LA
I did.
early. It was to
I
go get
did.
home and be with your mom, right?
It was, and it sucked because I missed the photo shoot that they were gonna do all together. It wasn't like Big D wasn't invited. It wasn't Derek X replacing Big D. It was my mother. I wanted to come home to her. I've left her for too long, and I just know she was in need of me. And when I found out she got hurt, and when I found out, I lost my niece that passed away, I knew I had to come home and get back to being around my family, being around my friends, because I know they have dealt with a lot this summer with me being gone. And it was just time. I was already there I was there Thursday, Friday, and Saturday and Sunday. I was leaving Sunday. I was like,
Yeah.
I gotta go at this point. And my flight got delayed, and I didn't leave until Monday morning. But it was time. It was time.
Right.
So, but we're
Well,
to do. I'm going to try to reach out to some outlets to see if anyone, and this is for anyone, we're going to try to see if anybody wants to do like an article on us and get us like a photo shoot done in New York so we can all meet up as a cookout of all six of us, which I know they will all be open to that. So if anybody wants to do that, you can get a good article and some photos of all of us together. So, but in New York,
uh,
because I'm not
uh
flying. Not flying for a while. So I said New York so I could drive.
right. Only New York, because then I'll go too. I also do not fly anymore. I don't know what happened to me. But yeah. Um, okay. Is there? I want to ask our town's question, and then I want to talk about your socials and stuff. But we always like to kind of end it by asking: is there anything that you learned about yourself coming out of this Big Brother experience that you didn't know about yourself before you started it?
Um, Things that I learned about myself that I didn't know is that how much patience I really do have. Because going into the Big Brother house, I had no patience, and my friends will tell you that. Everybody will tell you that. I like things right away. I'm like, let's do this. We're going here. We're doing this now. But I have learned to have patience, to listen more. I've also learned that if I'm going to curse, try to curse in the comfort of my home. If I'm referring to anyone,
Right.
and whatnot. Right. I've also learned that I've always been humble. Some people say I'm not humble. I've always been humble because I come from really nothing. Just because my dad smoked Joe Frazier doesn't mean I had money. That's not the case. I grew up in the hood of Philadelphia and whatnot, and grew up in a single parent home. Being humble is something I've always been a part of me. But I just learned to appreciate the little things, appreciate your family, appreciate your friends, because when you get everything taken away from you for 3 months, it really does give you a wake up call to realize, damn, when's the last time I talked to so and so? I wonder how so and so's doing, or I can't believe I blew up so and so before I left, which taught me a lot. So when I came home, I went through the mind frame of knowing that I need to make sure I cherish every moment with everyone. Also, the fans. I don't even like to call them fans. I really like to call them friends because I talk to them like if they're my friends and whatnot. And that's another thing, making sure I give them time and give everyone time and don't cut people off or, let people, kind of blow people off. That's what I learned a lot being in that house. Just understanding life and cherishing the little things that mean a lot.
Right. Well, speaking of your fans and your
Mhm.
friends, you have hundreds and hundreds of them that were out here watching you do this live. There's going to be thousands more that watch
Okay.
it back. So, Derek,
Yes.
I want to
Yes.
start by giving you full screen to
Okay.
say what it is you want to say to your fans. So I'm going to give you the
Okay.
floor. The floor is yours. What
Uh-oh,
do
don't
you
give me
want to
control
say
of
to
the
all
show. I
of?
might take it over.
No, go ahead. You take it over. You ready? Here you go.
Okay. I first want to say I love every single one of you guys. Thank you so much for the support and love. And I hope that I get a chance to meet every single one of you guys at some point in my life. Maybe not today, maybe not tomorrow, but hopefully in the future. I would love that. And thank you so much for tweeting and Instagramming and making the funny memes and making my life even funny when I come home because hearing the conversations my roommates tell me, it's amazing. So thank you so much, and I love you guys.
I love that. I have to send you clips. You have to go to my bubbles.
Okay.
Really, why I say on Instagram bubble things. Um, the reason I loved you during the season, you were the comedic relief in a season
Yeah.
that was very strategic. Like we said, the first time in 23 season, we've never seen six people play this game selflessly before for such an amazing cause to represent the people that have played before you and didn't have the same opportunities. So to see, such an amazing season in that aspect, and then also to have the laughs, the jokes, the things. I appreciate you. I
Thank
think that you were
you.
wonderful this season. I hope everybody continues to follow you on social media. I know we will.
So thank you.
Um, so that being said, tell people I'm going to put the links to all of your socials below
Yeah.
this video in the description. But for the people that will be listening to the audio only version back,
Okay.
where do you want people to follow you on social media?
So they can find me on my Instagram, which is the Derek Frazier. I do have a TikTok, which is called The Regular Degular Show. My Twitter is the same as my Instagram. And then I really think that's it. I have those three. And of course, YouTube is The Regular Degular Show. But you can follow me on any of those. I'm on both. But majority of the time, I am on my own. But when I make videos and TikToks and any funny things you want to find of me, it's always going to be on the Regular Degular Show. So please feel free to support and watch that. And we're going to be doing a lot of videos. And also, just let you know, I will be making shirts soon with your favorite word that you guys all love.
Is it evoke?
Yes,
Evoke?
yes, it is.
You know that that was half the reason I had to have Adam and Lauren on. I needed to know if you were doing it on purpose. I was
No,
like,
not
this
at
is
all.
genius marketing. He's doing this on purpose, and why aren't you selling this shirt? Because this is
Yes.
genius.
Yeah, they waited for me to get home, so we're working on them now. So I'm looking for a t-shirt company I can probably work with that would sell just not that shirt, but just also other shirts that Adam makes for our show, and
Did you
then
talk to
things
Brittany?
like that. I haven't. I am going to
Because
reach out to
she
her too.
I only know this because we just had Brittany on yesterday.
Yes, I heard.
We'll have Tiffany on tomorrow at 7 p.m. Eastern. But Tiffany at the end of her show yesterday was explaining there's this place that does her shirts for her, and they take care of all of
Oh,
it. So you might
yeah,
want
that's
to
what I need. I
message
need someone
Brittany
who
about it.
wants to. I want somebody who's going to take care of all of it because I don't want to do none of it at all.
Then
At all.
that is
I want to be able to sell it and have somebody tell me where to go.
we want cookout shirts too. The chats are also saying we need cookout
Yes.
shirts.
Yeah, so I did talk to the Cookout members about that. We just had to, check some things, on that side to see if we're allowed to do that, if that
Yeah,
makes
make sure that you
sense.
write it up and not Kylan, because it'll probably be a pact with the devil, and you'll have to sign it in blood. And they'll steal your soul when it's over. Wait, what did
Are
I
you going to have
say?
Kylan on this show?
No, I don't think he's gonna come on. I was very anti Kyland all season, and I don't want you guys to be ever at odds with each other. I know that you all love each other. And no, and here's what I always say about everybody every season. I never want anyone sending hate at the house guest. You guys have enough hate. I hope people realize I'm being sarcastic and just joking around.
I'm
And
okay with the hate. I'm okay with it. They need
I'm
someone
never
to let
okay
out
with the
their
hate.
aggression. They need someone to be angry
No.
at. That's
Mm-mm.
fine.
No. You say that now, and then you start getting death threats, and then your mom starts getting phone calls, and you'll feel differently. There's never any need for the hate,
I'm
everyone,
okay
at
with
all,
this.
ever.
I'm okay with taking it as long as it's me, but never. I always say family's off limits. Like never do family. I'm okay with it be me because I have such. I mean, I have Adam and Lauren who literally will joke with you guys and they'll talk shit about me to with
Yes.
you guys. So
Well,
that's what I said. I'm never gonna be hurt by things. That's it. You come for family, different scenario. But
I cannot wait to see what you and Adam and Lauren too do
Thank
going
you.
forward. Like I said, will be following you. I hope everybody else goes and follows you. I hope that we get to see more of you on the social medias. I hope that
I
you
hope
will
so
come and
too.
talk Celebrity Big Brother with us. I hope we see you in New York City.
I'm
I
hoping I'm
just think
on
that you're
it.
great.
I could be
Yeah.
on it now.
You
I should be able to be.
well, I mean, Derek, since I feel like we're friends now, and I would say this to Nicole daily, every single day, you are on reality TV, sweetie. You're not a celebrity. However, however, you're. I think you are, like you said, in another class because of your dad. So there is
That's
that, because
getting
there
it.
is definitely the
Yeah.
celebrity. So
I like to do it. So
what are we gonna say? Like C list? Because I wouldn't say D list.
I would give myself a C at least. If
Yeah,
not,
at
I'm hoping
least
I'll
a
be.
C
If not, can
list.
I get the B by next year?
You can have the B right now. I'll give you the A list if you want it, Derek. Like I said,
I don't
if
want
it
that.
wasn't for you and Aza, look, we have to cover this 24/7. We have 30 like updaters that are always updating.
Yes.
I need to laugh when I'm watching the feeds. I need people like, yes, I love game and strategy. We
Yes.
do comedic recaps. You gave that to me all season. I will always appreciate you for it, Derek, and I think you're wonderful.
Thank you so much. I appreciate all the time, and I'm so excited for our friendship now. And I expect
Yay.
a lot, okay? And I will be back.
Okay, everybody. I'll see you guys back here tomorrow night, 7 p.m. Eastern, with Tiffany. Bye for now, everybody. Bye, friends.